Hello, I'm Chelsea Hetherington with Kingsgate Insurance, and I'm here today with Adam Powers with Rain and Hail Insurance. And today we're going to be talking about pasture, rangeland, and forage. So, Adam, thanks for being here today with us.
My pleasure.
My first question, what is the purpose of pasture, rangeland, and forage coverage?
So pasture, rangeland, and forage coverage is a rainfall policy that covers a lack of rainfall for different points of the year. The purpose behind the product is to provide protection in the event that you don't get enough rain to raise pasture or hay ground for your cattle, or if you're selling the hay or things like that, it would supplement that income.
So Adam, where's the rainfall information coming from?
So the product is based on historical rainfall data that we get from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. They're using weather stations that are positioned throughout the country, and it's measuring that rainfall data over a 17 square mile grid. A lot of people ask, where those where those weather stations are located, and RMA doesn't share that information for security reasons, to make sure that they're not tampered with.
So now that we know where the rainfall information is coming from, what the purpose of this policy is, who's eligible for a policy, and is proof of livestock required?
Yeah, so basically anybody that has livestock that they are grazing, or has acreage that they're growing for hay, or if they have rangeland, they'd be eligible to purchase a policy. As far as proof goes, you do have to have proof that you have interest in either the hay ground or in the livestock that you're grazing on the ground that you're insuring.
Now, what is needed to verify eligible acres and proof of livestock and usage?
Yeah, so it really depends on what you're insuring. So if you're insuring the hay ground, you would need to be able to provide your interest in that acreage. So, if it's certified as hay ground at FSA, you've got a lease, things like that. It's got to be written verifiable proof. When you're insuring pasture land, it's a little bit different because it's actually the person that has the interest in the livestock in that case. Basically any sort of verifiable documentation in the livestock. So whether a lease, feed records, things like that, that would show that you had an interest in the livestock that are grazing those acres.
So is this policy like a federal crop insurance policy in that you have to insure all the acres that you own?
Yeah, so this is a great question. It is a federal crop insurance policy. But it is one of the few policies that you don't actually have to insure every single acre. So you can only insure acres that you actually have an interest in, but you do not have to insure them all, and you indicate that on your acreage report.
Sounds like an interesting product. So because it's a federal product, is it subsidized?
Subsidies are going to vary just like other federal crop insurance products. They'll vary by coverage level. So ranging from your 70% coverage all the way up to your 90% coverage, your subsidies will range from 59% at the lowest level and then 51% up at that high 90% coverage level.
So because this is a rainfall policy, what time of year is the coverage?
Yeah, so it is a rainfall policy, and it will cover the entire crop year if that's what the producer desires to cover. So with the PRF policy, there's different intervals that the grower selects that they want to cover. They have to elect 2 of those intervals, and each interval is 2 months, a 2-month period. So you can insure the entire year if you want, or you could insure just intervals that you need rainfall to grow the crop.
Got it. Lots of good information today. If someone's interested in the pasture, rangeland, forage policy, what are some important dates to know?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So the most important date that you would need to know to insure next year's crop would be December 1st. That would be your sales closing date as well as your acreage reporting date. So you're doing everything at once, electing your application and reporting your acres. Then from there, you would just need to pay attention to which intervals that you insured. We've got a tool on our website. You can actually track your rainfall data as the month progresses to see whether or not you're short or ahead. and then we would pay a claim if you're short within 60 days at the end of the interval. And then the last piece would be the billing date, which is September 1st of the growing season or the crop year.
Thank you so much, Adam, for taking the time out today to meet with us and go over all the details on pasture, rangeland, and forage. If you are interested in a policy or have questions, please contact Kingsgate Insurance. Again, I'm Chelsea Hetherington. Have a great day.